Hey guys, Tart Repair bring you a 1v1 today. We're on Bocage. Playing for today spawning on the north. We have Flame-kun, Jaga, Kesehatan. Playing as OKW straight away going for Overwatch. From the south we have the Gentleman Wake playing as Brits. Straight away going for tactical support. Getting out a couple of these raid sections along with a Vickers. This is a Patreon backer submitted game. Flame-kun around rank 240 and the Gentleman Wake around rank 110. So you have to remember that the Brit leaderboard is quite a lot more shallow than the other factions. So I was able to get to rank 11 on it the other day. Okay, so Flame-kun going for a early truck here. Send your grenade out, flushing them out of cover. There's some other cover nearby. Ultimately, Stempo's maybe not quite able to do enough damage here. And this is not going well for Flame-kun to start things off. These raid sections, they do hit the field pretty strong. Can get you off to a very strong start. Roll you into a strong mid game. So you have to be careful about that. And in this case, I think Flame-kun trying to maybe go for some Jaeger lights, but you can't get away with just 2 squads into Jaeger lights. Maybe you could do that in a team game or something like that, but in 1v1, it's a completely unacceptable start. Decide to go around the far side. And just a dominating beginning here. Going for a coup wagon at this stage as well is just a really bad idea. Right timing on that. There's like a reasonable map for a coup wagon since it is relatively large. Quite a lot of territory to capture. A lot of running around for the infantry, so the coup wagon can cut that down a lot.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And ordinarily, if you're not up against the universal carrier, the coup wagon is a pretty strong option. It's these kind of builds, but yeah, this is a very late timing on this. Going for a machine gun now. Flame-kun getting ticked down early. Starting to fight back. But the Gentleman Wake having an easy time of things so far. Pretty good model drops over here for Flame-kun though, holding on for a long time at a very low health total. One thing that the raid sections do not have is snares, so they don't have an answer to this coup wagon really right out of the gate. Send a grenade over the shrubbery. Quite a lot of health damage done. Coup wagon can still go down here though. And having to back out now. Oh, and the Vickers pop an early weapon rack tech there from the Gentleman Wake. Coup coming back in to assist with the fight. Nearly going down. Meanwhile on the far side, Stempo's kind of out in the open. You can get a bit of light cover over there. She in the building though, working nicely. Now some medics coming in for the Gentleman Wake. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, this is maybe where spamming grenades from Flame-kun could kind of backfire. Spent a lot of munitions so far on those grenades for like marginal benefit, I'd say, on most of them. So can very easily fall behind against the double Vickers raid sections. Has got the first squad of Jaeger lights out now, but only just filled them not too long ago. But hard to go wrong with Jaeger lights. Probably one of the strongest units for OKW at the moment, at least for 1v1. And they are getting the first weapon upgrade. G43 is coming in. Okay, airdropping in the resupply. Let's allow these units to sprint out onto the front lines again. Just going to run right on up to this Jaeger light behind the heavy cover. Start getting to work. Oh, let retreat. No retreat, in fact. Raid section dead. Big mistake. And this one, early retreat. I think they had enough firepower there to at least force away one of these squads. Make it easy for, maybe even allow enough time for the squad to close the distance. Don't know what happened there, but big loss for the Gentleman Wake. And it's not horrible to stand at range with the Vickers, but it does just allow the Jaeger Lights to pick you apart. I think I'll be trying to close the distance here if possible. Anti-tank gun nearby. Doesn't really have sight at the moment though with these shrubs in the way. The Vickers covering the center though should be pretty effective. Anti-tank gun spins around connecting once. Google has to be careful not to go past the Vickers on the way back through. Sturmpire's coming in from the side. Could threaten the D crew.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Not much support here at the moment for the Gentleman Wake. Raid section coming back in from the side. Just needs one or two more bullets and that Kubel is dead. In fact, I think that was the weapon crew from the Vickers getting the job done. Now they also get forced away.
Infantry squad trained and
Like
ready to
track
go.
coming out a little bit late, but sometimes if you're a little bit behind, it still does make a lot of sense to get a light vehicle like this to help fight back. Do remember there is already an anti-tank gun out for the Gentleman Wake, having gone for air resupply. So already a reasonable counter to the flak half track on the field. Not like he's forcing the Gentleman Wake into building an anti-tank gun to counter this. It already exists. So it does make it a little bit worse in that regard. Got a second Jaeger Light squad out now. But yeah, you can go for double Jaeger Lights while still going for 3 Volksgrenadier starts. Collection there from the AT gun. Oh, very, very close call. Nearly getting the decrew, or the kill. 6-pounder does get decrewed. Because facing this direction, but troops coming in from the other angle. And try reposition to cover the decrewed anti-tank gun. Should be reasonably successful. Oh, flak half track coming back in, looking to cover the AT gun. Should have jumped on it here with this raid section. Oh, gonna do that now. Big mistake from Flame-kun not firing at the squad and suppressing it, stopping the recovery of that AT gun. So that was a very lucky break for the Gentleman Wake. If that squad was suppressed, Flame-kun maybe could have stolen the AT gun. Maybe could have salvaged it. That was a very lucky break that Flame-kun targeted the wrong unit with that flak half track. Okay, tech truck coming out now, as well as the infantry support gun. Being that easy up against the raid sections. Notice that there's no massive off-map immediately available. Can get some action going with the forward observation post later on, but a bit safer to put your tech truck out on the map against this commander than some of the others. So I imagine we're going to see a forward truck placement. Pretty common to cover this cut-off, probably the most common. Would free up this machine gun maybe to get a little bit more active as well, if you did that. I think we could hear the flak half track driving around in the fog, so it should be a giveaway for the 6-pounder on where to position to. It's crushing through a few shrubs and stuff. You can hear that in the fog. Sturmpires in close. Needs to get that raid section on top of those Sturmpires. Somehow they're hanging in, now dropping a couple models with the AT gun nearby. Back, moving sides, switching over to assist the Jaegerites. The MG has jumped out of the building. Because in the center in some trouble. AT gun coming up to the far side before rotating into the center, and another decrew, this time on the Vickers. That was Vet 2 as well. It's a bit of a shame to lose the veterancy. Here comes the anti-tank gun. Don't know where this Volksgrenadier is going. Could even go down on retreat now. Is kind of behind a shot blocker. Oh, there we go. Well done with the tank gun, catches it as it comes out the other side. Don't know if Flame-kun had a read on that, but maybe could have driven forwards with the flak half-track around this way.
Command post is finished and ready for use.
I think, you know, would have been right on the edge of the anti-tank gun's arc. Probably would have missed an attack ground. Unfortunately, these go down as well. So some big losses there for Flame-kun. That should allow Gentleman Wait to start to fight back. Has been struggling a little bit for territory control with that flak half-track on the field. Oh wow, what was that? Don't underestimate those double Vickers, man. Especially on a Jaegerite squad that has no veterancy. They just got shredded. Definitely, I'd say like a little bit of a high roll, but it's greedy, trying to get the decrew on the anti-tank gun. I mean, on the machine gun, like that. Mortar doing some reasonable work through the center. At the moment, Flame-kun kind of struggling just to hold on to territory. ISG under pressure from the double raid sections. This one about to pop its Vickers as well. 4 Vickers getting to work here. That ISG in some big trouble. We've got the STG folks there. The double raid sections switch their focus fire over. I think I probably would have continued chasing and hoping for the decrew on the infantry support gun. Maybe you could bring up the anti-tank gun to kill the decrew weapon if you get in a nice position with the double raid sections. At least the machine gun comes across, which is on the far side at the moment. Should be able to hold on to that position and defeat the double of the STG folks easily enough to kill off the ISG once it's decrewed. Jaegerites coming in from the side. Should be able to see the Vickers as it repositions, going for the cutoff and the fuel point at the same time. Straight into the anvil tick here.
Our supply line's broken.
No anti-tank gun at all for Flame-kun. Still, you know, 2.5 command points away from the crocodile. Oh man, that went down pretty fast. The Jaegerites there. Oh, I didn't notice. Oh no, that's from the weapon crew. I was going to say. How did the squad die just then? Squad raid sections, but no, just the weapon crew running off the field. The Jaegerites looking to overpower, throw out the Molotov there. Pretty good damage. Did see a reasonable amount of harassment there from Gentleman Wake, but the machine gun in the building kind of locking out any further capture, combined with the Schwerpanzer headquarters that has the sight boost. And the early warning systems as well. Feature of Overwatch. Got a booby trap down here. This could be nasty. How did it explode over here? Usually it's like right on the edge of the circle. That's strange. And on the back of that, both the raid sections are very low in health. Retreating there. Against an unvetted, no upgrade squad. Maybe could have just stayed in the light cover. Fought for a while. Not hugely threatening overall. Nice G forcing away the mortar again, it looks like.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Charging into the heavy cover. Probably need a Molotov here to win this one. Here we come now. I wouldn't be running around after throwing that Molotov. Need to stay in position and blast the squad while they reposition.
Battle damage estimates show the enemy.
Okay, well, Churchill first can be very strong in this kind of timing. Lately, I have been favoring the Crocodile a lot more, so like medium into Crocodile. And you know, you might see in some first-person view games I've got against Overwatch specifically, because they have those planes, I've been going for the Centaur and just playing quite conservatively with it, trying to keep it alive. You know, you do have quite a lot of access to mines in this commander, so it's mining up really nicely. Can be very good. But here we go. Churchill kind of does require not a Panzer IV but a Panther to answer back. So if I was Flame-kun, I would be trying to hold on for that Panther. Wake just charging forwards. Does not have any repairs at the moment. So he's got to be careful not to take too much damage. Does have the pyrotechnics upgraded on this, so could at this point make a truck push. Bring the anti-tank gun up, bring this in for some anvil damage, and that would probably be GG if he did that. That's what the Churchill's probably at its best. Okay, yeah, did cancel that, going for the Panther. Ordinarily, the OKW player would probably have a Raketen at this stage as well, but Flame-kun having lost quite a few units. One Volksgrenadier, one Jaeger Light, the Black Half-Track and the Kubel. They're going to go for a few rebuilds, hurting his manpower ultimately. Oh boy, big connection from the Churchill, squad down again. Jaegerlight sprinting past the arc of the Vickers setting up over there. We've got some ace howitzer fire coming in. We do have anti-tank gun up here, blasting away now, but it's a little bit too slow. Here comes the Panther. Jaegerlight's out the back, causing some issues, and has to give up on this attack. I don't think he got a single point of damage onto that truck. And now the Jaegerlight's going after the anti-tank gun, could get decrewed, and that would leave the Churchill in a really bad position. But oh boy, big shot from the Churchill. One Jaegerlight going down. Churchill, if it goes rear armor on the Panther, can actually do a lot of damage. Just because it has so much health, can kind of go toe-to-toe with the Panther. Toe-to-heel would maybe be a more apt description. Tank gun hanging on by a thread. There it goes, but we do have a squad nearby for the recrew. A whole bunch of infantry. In fact, a second anti-tank gun a little bit further back. I didn't notice that one. And Flame-kun just losing everything there.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
Not very good preservation of the infantry. A couple of these shots have been brutal from the Churchill, getting those wipes. So maybe I can understand it, but that one there, it's just not good. Looks like Gentleman Wake intent on knocking down this tech truck. A lot of firepower coming through from the incendiary rounds. This is where not having an anti-tank gun really hurting Flame-kun. Could send his Raketen just to kill this 6-pounder. Looks like he might try and go for the steel, but the Churchill is standing guard. Jaegerlight's going for the 6-pounder. Hoping for the decrew. Does have Vet 1 on the Churchill now, so it's got the extra machine gun. Panther coming in, is not fully repaired. His tank gun is still alive. Rear armor. Panther diving in, trying to get past the arc of the AT gun. Oh, main gun crit on the Churchill. That could allow this Panther to actually win this one. And decrease the anti-tank gun just in the nick of time. Oh, missing the attack round with the Panther though. The Churchill smoke working nicely here. Coming in with the squad, trying to get the recruit. Panther not on prioritized vehicles. Switches his turret to face the wrong direction. Needs one more shot. That Churchill just has so much health. Here it goes. Anti-tank gun setting up. Panther blitzing. Oh, and it misses. And the Panther poised to get away now on the back of that. Whew. Main gun crit save.
Harry Hun on 200 points.
Close call, but ultimately Gentleman Wake taking some big losses there. Still has the anti-tank gun over here available for the recruit. Looks like he's coming out to attempt that. Is covered by the Vickers at the moment. Could smoke it to try cover it. I mean, covered by the MG34, which actually doesn't spot it in time. Activates the incendiary rounds. He does manage to get it away, and oh boy, what happened over here? Jaeger Light just dying. Standing, it doesn't look like they even retreated at all. It's another rather careless loss for Flame-kun. Flame-kun getting very low on the VPs, triple cap against him at the moment. That being said, the Gentleman Wake completely off the map at the moment, healing up all the team weapons and whatnot, so easy recaptures available, and here come the Jaegerlights to start that up.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Panzer IV coming in next for Flame-kun. Gentleman Wake getting close to that Crocodile, and with the double anti-tank gun supports, should be pretty powerful. Still doesn't have any engineers for repairs though if he takes damage on the Crocodile, so that could be an issue. Don't have vehicle crew repairs in this commander either. The one good thing is that Flame-kun doesn't have enough munitions ready to call in the sector assault planes, so it does make it a lot easier to use the Churchill Crocodile.
A capture point is being overrun.
Comes the Panther now, back up to full strength. Got one anti-tank gun over here. Second one nearby as well. Panther taking a few hits from that anti-tank gun.
The Churchill Crocodile is ready.
And the Croc is out. Flare called in over here. Not sure if Flame-kun has noticed that. There we go. A shot on the Panther. And that's a lot of damage. Every shot penetrating. Well, the Panzer IV coming in from the side. Doesn't have a machine gun upgrade yet though. So might struggle to decrew these quickly. It's about to pop, but not quite there. And here comes the Crocodile. He's right on top of his own anti-tank guns though, so the flame damage could hurt his own AT guns, and not dodging away with these anti-tank guns at all either. One of them goes down. Crocodile and both of them go down now. Coming through, looking for the kill. Panzer IV destroys one of the decrewed weapons. Panther coming back in, but it's on one shot. It's extremely risky. What was that? Is that attack round for the Panther? There goes the Panzer IV. Crocodile landing every shot there, I think. Now on the charge, going after the Panther. One anti-tank gun recovered. Once a draining fast on Flame-kun.
Enemy infantry firing on us.
Panther hanging on by a thread. These Empires are about to pop their Shrek upgrade. You do have a range advantage over the Crocodile with the Panther. Oh, bounce from the Shrek. It wouldn't have killed it anyway. Maybe with the Faust, though. I think he's in Fausting range. Gets it coming. Here comes the Panther. Oh, there it goes. Crocodile out of control, though. Panther a little bit late backing away. Out of control targets the squad instead of the Panther, so Panther does end up surviving.
The new engineer section is waiting
A
for
little bit
orders.
too aggressive. Too much of a YOLO. And yeah, didn't bring up the anti-tank gun in support. A bit too reckless diving in like that. As I said, with the 10 range advantage, the Panther player can avoid the Churchill very easily, so diving in like that, no good. And because the Panther did receive some repairs, maybe about 40 health of repairs, he's never going to die, just one shot there. Can be hard to estimate sometimes, but I'm just going to head down. Some engineers coming through now. Plenty of munitions available for the heavy upgrade. Plenty of munitions available in general. Haven't seen, I don't think, any mines down from the raid sections, which might have been helpful. Especially, you know, like the old cap and mine, kind of like engineers can do. Should be trying to do that basically all the time if possible, especially if you're floating this much munitions. The raid section's just charging ahead. Little regard for their opponent. But yeah, I do feel if you're going for the Crocodile and you're going for like a no bolster strategy, I have generally been favoring Anvil these days, just because I feel like it takes such a long time to repair up the Crocodile otherwise. The thing with Brits is they have you know, the Royal Engineers, their Vet 2 bonus is lower in terms of repairs than others. They don't get any bonuses from their sweepers either. So their repairs are relatively actually quite slow if you don't have the bolster.
HQ report the enemy. Our capture point.
And they end up being quite PopCap inefficient. Because if you go for the bolster, that costs you one more population. But you get, you know, like 25% extra repair speed. But because the squad itself costs more than 4 to start off with. And ends up kind of being bad just to build lots and lots of engineers. PopCap inefficient, and Brits often end up in a bit of a PopCap jam towards the top end, can struggle.
Take a point from us.
Feel like you need just like one more unit, like 3 more population or something, especially with the medics taking up a bit of pop. Can make all the difference with these kind of builds.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Well, the anti-tank guns have been working really, really well, even, you know, without any rate of fire, pin bonuses from veterancy. They're just getting almost every shot through the Panther's frontal armor. They retreat again. Perhaps have hung on to look for the wipe. Doesn't want to take friendly fire from his own artillery, understandable. Engineers coming around the long way, going for the fuel harass. At this stage, the VP should be the main priority of the Gentleman Whack. Maybe worried about a machine gun over here. It's currently covering the center though. So the path is clear. Jaegerlights do manage to complete the capture off to the edge, dodging any of the damage from the artillery.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Smoke out, allowing the capture in the center. And we've got a rebuild on the Panzer IV. Gentleman Wake going straight for another crocodile, but struggling for manpower touch at the moment. Come the double anti-tank guns. Oh wow, Jaeger lights go down in the center. That mortar must have been hitting really hard. That's crazy. Looks like they might have been clumped up, maybe on like negative cover, in the light cover there. Ouch, that's a big loss. Flame-kun's really going to struggle to cap now with so little infantry. So I think this is a somewhat good style of attack. Coming in from one side with the tank, the other side from the other tank. Oh, MG goes down now as well. That mortar really getting the work done.
The enemy's taken a proper thrashing.
Stempire's forced off the capture circle. Triple cap running. Flame-kun draining out really fast. Here comes the Panther now. Panzer IV kind of jammed up against the terrain there. Have to be careful about your tank positioning. Does clear the arc just in the nick of time, and the Panther getting to work here, hoping for the decro on these. Doesn't have to be worried, you know, none of these squads have snares, so if there's no Royal Engineers nearby, you can just stay on top of these anti-tank guns with very little concern. You don't have to worry about another tank coming. But when you're 20 VPs, I don't think you can really be too concerned about that. You just have to maximum impact immediately. Mine down. Jaegerlight should still be able to get the neutralize in time. Trying to go for the recruit on the anti-tank gun. Panther just circling around with the machine guns, getting the work done here. With that little bit of negative cover from the river there. Those anti-tank guns go down really fast to the machine guns from the Panther. He's going for the kill on those. Definitely should kill one. Maybe should consider stealing one as well, though. Goes for the machine gun recruit first, which I think is understandable. Needs to hold on to the VPs, and the machine gun's going to allow that to happen.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
That kills the other one. Do the other option of picking up with the Sturmpires. I know that's not hugely popular, but then could retreat the Sturmpires, leave the anti-tank gun there to cap. Should be relatively safe with the machine gun covering things up and the double tanks there. Gentleman Wake going for another Churchill. Regular Churchill. Struggling a little bit for manpower with all those losses. And that's where, you know, splitting your anti-tank guns can be quite helpful. Having the double anti-tank guns right next to each other, you know, can often get some pretty strong wipes on the tanks, and nearly took out the Panzer IV, but then when they get dived on by a tank, they get decrewed before they have time to split up, circled very easily. So again, where the mines from the raid sections could come in handy. Some Piets on the infantry section, not a bad idea. Piets on the Royal Engineers as well. That Piet Royal Engineers are probably like a Panther's worst nightmare. Really limits their aggressiveness. So here we go. Churchill coming through. 10 points remaining for Flame-kun. Doesn't have much left to work with. Can't allow any mistakes to happen. Building another tank. So he's just going to try to go for almost like an annihilation victory condition with the triple tanks. See if it works out. Panther taking some damage from the Piets here. Need to be charging forwards with that engineer threatening the snares. Try minimize the scatter from the Piets as well. Oh boy, big shot from the P4 squad down. That was the Piet squad as well. These raid sections can't do anything against the vehicles. Engineers on repairs at the moment. Vic is coming to cover this up. Good damage from the pets there, though. Oh, that Panzer IV is ripping in, doing so much damage. There's the Panzer IV. The Churchill's still around half health. Here come the Jaeger Lights, though. They're going to provide a lot of sight. Allow that Panther to milk. It's 10 range advantage. This Panzer IV just going hard, though. I think Gentleman Wake has to give up on this position. Oh, for the Fatherland active. You don't see that too often. Churchill now isolated. Triple tanks. Panzer IV blitzing. Jamming the pathing. And there goes the Churchill.
That's a heavy tank gone. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
A little bit unfortunate that the section with the double Piets went down so cleanly to that Panzer IV. That thing was just an absolute monster in the late stages. But yeah, I don't know. The Churchill could have worked alright with the Piets. Just had to take it very slow and steady. Try build your way back in. Especially once the third tank arrived on the field. Going to tank gun connecting.
HQ is under attack.
So make sure you do not lose this under any circumstances. As the force getting some big hits in. Now the Gentleman Wake suffering the triple cap, getting low fast. Can come out to this side and have some success. There's no defenses there and very little in the center as well, really. But just okay, coming out now. Gonna probe every VP at once, which is not a horrible idea. Okay, coming in. Do remember that there is a sprint available on these raid sections. So it might be worth just even activating it, just charging out from your base to try and get on the capture circles faster. Going for the three-pronged attack. Panzer IV coming out to the side. We've got the Piets there. Oh, but that Panzer IV connecting. Oh no, only one Piet's firing. No anti-tank grenade either on the Panzer IV. This one diving through takes a lot of damage. Still alive though, the Panther in here. There's a machine gun back there as well trying to jam the capture. Raid sections doing their best. The machine gun has to reload. So he manages to complete the capture, the triple cap. And that's it. Flame-kun goes down. Whew. Gentleman Wake squeaks this one out. Close call. If the machine gun didn't have to reload, yeah, but still, I think, yeah, too much capping on the far sides. The mortar smoke there coming in clutch against the machine gun in the center. And there you go. Flame-kun, triple tanks, you know, didn't have the inevitability, probably was going to win that one, but didn't have enough infantry to cap with. Might have been worth even just like leaving the machine guns in the capture circles. Instead of off to the side covering them. Start the suppression earlier, jam the capture. But there you go. Oh, so yeah, Flame-kun start. Shocker. 2 squads into tech. I mean, that's you can't get away with that in a 1v1. The most common build with this, you know, if you want to go for the early Jaeger Lights, 3 Volksgrenadiers into the tech truck and then Jaeger Lights. Then put your battle group down. I'd say that's the most common build. It's, you know, like a no universal carrier start kind of thing. You see, you might want to consider going for a Raketten earlier. But, you know, managed to stabilize. Gentleman White getting a bit reckless with the Churchill, allowing Flame-kun coming back into this game. And then at the end there, the Panzer IV's going hard. The Piats not able to hold their ground. But yeah, you have to respect the Panther with 50 range versus the Churchills with 40 range. Makes it very easy for the OKW player if they have sight, which very often the Jaegerlights can provide. So it's a tough matchup. You have to rely on your anti-tank gun and Firefly generally to back up the Churchill to deal with that. And yeah, it would be nice to see a lot more mines coming down from these raid sections. A bit more sprint activation as well. Could make a big difference. 500 munis floating. Especially, you know, there's a couple of times when the Panther dived around this area. A couple of mines around here could have made a huge difference in those dives. But there you go. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like what's going to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.